Who's still working? I'm just curious how long that actually does take. Who's done? And who's not done? Okay, give me one more minute and we'll see. Okay, give me one more minute and I can see it takes 6 minutes and that's what I'll allow each day. Because I feel like we're currently. Oh, sorry. As soon as you finish, always just check your grades, see if there's anything missing or where you're at. Every teacher will let you redo, there's no reason to get graduated in. All right, okay, let's check. Number one, the Gulf International School students held a cultural fair. This is the name of the school, like the Southeast Coast Community School District. Gulf International Schools. Their students held a cultural fair. That is all okay. 2, there was a lot, is this right? 2 words? Yes, there was a lot of musical and dance performances. Not there was, but there. Yeah, there are. Yeah, either one would be fine. There were a lot of musical and dance. Spelled wrong. Performances. PERFORMAN. Yes. And ethnic. No K on ethnic. Foods to sample. There were a lot of musical and dance performances and ethnic performances, comma, so this is a separate idea, and ethnic foods to sample. Girls, should we make all those corrections? Yes. Number 3, rewrite it to fix the misplaced modifier. I was watching a dancer by the sound equipment wearing a sari. I was watching a dancer by the sound equipment wearing a sari. So a sari is an outfit. Were you watching the dancer? Or were you watching, I was watching a dancer by the sound equipment. So who was wearing the sari, which is a robe? The dancer or the sound equipment?
The dancer.
We want it to be the dancer. So I was watching a dancer who was wearing a sari, comma, by the sound equipment. Or next to the sound equipment was a dancer who was wearing a sari. Word however you need to so that we know who's wearing a sari. How did you reword it, Grant? Remember?
I was dancing.
You were dancing?
I was watching a dancer by the sound of the was wearing sorry.
Who was wearing a sari? Good, because we know who is the person. How else? Rachel?
Could you do like dancer combo?
Yeah. Put in a positive in there. Perfect. One more. How'd you do it? Read what you have. Yeah. Okay, finish that up. Carly, you want to read what you had? Very good. You just got to make sure you put who's wearing the actual sari. And the last one, add punctuation. Carrie, comma, the dancer, comma, sway to the music with smooth, graceful movements. Right? You don't want to say Carrie the dancer swayed. Carrie, comma, the dancer, because she's the dancer, comma, sway to the music. Right? All right, jump to your reworks. Yes. Would there be a what? Yeah, it can go either way. The Gulf International Schools. So it could be the Gulf International School, that means one school, or it could be the whole district, like Southeast Polk School District's students. So it could be either way. Just we don't know if it's one school or a bunch of schools. So if it's one school, Gulf International Schools students. If it's a bunch, for schools. If it's a bunch, you just say school. One, you just say school. Bunch, you say school. What the read works? And what do you have today? The first Labor Day. Make it sound good. Short or long today? Short one? All right, the very first Labor Day. Let's read it together, everybody. Readers, read it fluently, read it loudly. Eddie, where's your computer? Get it open, let's go. Why is it dead? Okay, here we go. We're gonna read it together. I want to hear everybody, and I want it to be fluent. Eddie, look up here. You can follow along with me up here. Ready? Go. If you could create a holiday, what would it be called? What date would you choose for your holiday? Peter J. McGuire, a carpenter and labor union leader, was the person who came up with the idea for Labor Day. He thought American workers should be honored with their own day. He proposed his idea to New York's Central Labor Union early in 1882, and they thought the holiday was a good idea too. Boys, read, go. Thanksgiving. Peter suggested a month halfway in between. Girls. The first Labor Day was on Tuesday, September 5th, 1882. Come on! The day was celebrated with picnic, concert, and speeches. 10,000 workers marched in a parade from City Hall to Union Square. Boys.
Labor Day was the day to celebrate the accomplishments of workers, which some people is also a day to talk about their concerns and discuss ways to get better working conditions and salaries.
Okay, we're gonna read this one more time. Everybody read it aloud as fast as you can. Ready?
I honestly,
Ready? Go.
If you could celebrate a holiday, what would it be? What would it call? What?
Not really, but I'm gonna cover my ears if you're going to. Actually,
Okay, here's what you're gonna do. In Book of Knowledge, I want you to write 3 things that good readers do. In your book of knowledge, write 3 things that good readers do. Go. Complete sentence with no lowercase i's. Quietly, just do it. You already started ahead of me, delete that stuff. I want to know 3 things good readers do. I want to know about the article. Matthew, go back to the punctuation and then write complete sentences. Don't submit it yet. When they submit it, don't submit it. Now the letters, go back and punctuate this right. Kathy, did you fix yours?
Fixing it right now.
Read like the pro is not, doesn't make sense. What do good readers do?
Let's speak at the same time.
Callan, do you have to read yours? This one right here? Oh, yeah. I don't know why my update's so slow.
Reload it.
Leaders do.
Oh, really? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Leaders for the leaders do.
Yeah, if you've looked at it and it's got good punctuation, makes sense, go ahead and submit. Very good, Rick.
Wow.
Good, tight, Patty. Caitlin,
Why did you like wearing those? I'm wearing those.
Oh, my sons. Matthew, go back and do it right. That's not a sentence.
That's what you and I was just going straight.
This doesn't make sense. Word by word like me. Stop slopping stuff down and be done. Think. Okay, the rest of the time we'll listen to Wonder, so close your laptops when you're done and set it in. Come sit up here on the floor. Don't sit under a table or on the back floor. Sit where you can see the words.
I've already read this book like 6 times. So did I.
Okay, voices off, let's go. Whose turn is it today?
The Halloween party. I was really excited because I got an invitation to Savannah's Halloween party. Savannah is probably the most popular girl in the school. All the boys like her. All the girls want to be friends with her. She was the first girl in the grade to actually have a boyfriend. It was some kid who goes to MS 281, though she dumped him and started dating Henry Joplin, which makes sense because the two of them totally look like teenagers already. Anyway, even though I'm not in the popular group, I somehow got invited, which is very cool. When I told Savannah I got her invitation and would be going to her party, she was really nice to me, though she made sure to tell me that she didn't invite a lot of people, so I shouldn't go around bragging to anyone that I got invited. Maya didn't get invited, for instance. Savannah also made sure to tell me not to wear a costume. It's good she told me because, of course,
I got it. My bad.
Sure, he's on his way.
I gotta go.
Austin, Mr. Butcher.
Oh, you're in
we read-
trouble.
We might have gotten a few paragraphs into this, but we did read the chapter, okay? Boys, are you situated? It's coming in.
I would have worn a costume to a Halloween party. Not the unicorn costume I made for the Halloween parade, but the goth girl getup that I'd worn to
Who wants to
school.
turn?
But even that was a no-no for
Get up,
Savannah's
Bracken.
party.
Get up.
The only negative about my going to Savannah's party was that now I wouldn't be able to go to the parade and the unicorn costume would be wasted. That was kind of a bummer, but okay. Anyway, the first thing that happened when I got to her party was that Savannah greeted me at the door and asked, "Oh, where's your boyfriend, Summer?"
Okay,
I
done.
didn't even know what she was talking about. I guess he doesn't have to wear a mask
Yeah,
at
but-
Halloween, right? She
Gavin.
added.
Okay,
And then I knew she was
Rita,
talking
you
about
guys can see?
August.
in here.
He's not my boyfriend, I said. I know, I'm just kidding. She kissed my cheek. All the girls in her group kissed each other's cheeks now whenever they said hello, and threw my jacket on a coat rack in her hallway. Then she took me by the hand down the stairs to her basement, which is where the party was. I didn't see her parents anywhere. There were about 15 kids there. All of them were popular kids from either Savannah's group or Julian's group. I guess they've all kind of merged into one big super group of popular kids now that some of them have started dating each other. I didn't even know there were so many couples. I mean, I knew about Savannah and Henry, but Jimena and Miles? And Ellie and Amos? Ellie's practically as flat as I am. Anyway, about 5 minutes after I got there, Henry and Savannah were standing next to me, literally hovering over me. "So, we want to know why you hang out with the zombie kid so much," said Henry. "He's not a zombie," I laughed, like they were making a joke. I was smiling, but I didn't feel like smiling. "You know, Summer," said Savannah, "you would be a lot more popular if you didn't hang out with him so much. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Julian likes you. He wants to ask you out." "He does? Do you think he's cute?" Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's cute." "So you have to choose who you want to hang out with," Savannah said. She was talking to me like a big sister would talk to a little sister. "Everyone likes you, Summer. Everyone thinks you're really nice and that you're really, really pretty. You could totally be part of our group if you wanted to, and believe me, there are a lot of girls in our grade who would love that." "I know," I nodded. "Thank you." "You're welcome," she answered. "You want me to tell Julian to come and talk to you?" I looked over to where she was pointing and could see Julian looking over at us. I actually need to go to the bathroom. Where is that?" I went to where she pointed, sat down on the side of the bathtub, and called Mom and asked her to pick me up. "Is everything okay?" said Mom. "Yeah, I just don't want to stay," I said. Mom didn't ask any more questions and said she'd be there in 10 minutes. "Don't ring the bell," I told her. "Just call me when you're outside." I hung out in the bathroom until Mom called, and then I snuck upstairs without anyone seeing me, got my jacket, and went outside. It was only 9:30. The Halloween parade was in full swing down Amesfort Avenue. Huge crowds everywhere. Everyone was in costume. Skeletons, pirates, princesses, vampires, superheroes, but not one unicorn. November.
Really?
The next day at school, I told Savannah I had eaten some really bad Halloween candy and gotten sick, which is why I went home early from her party, and she believed me. There was actually a stomach bug going around, so it was a good lie. I also told her that I had a crush on someone else that wasn't Julian, so she would leave me alone about that and hopefully spread the word to Julian that I wasn't interested. She, of course, wanted to know who I had a crush on, and I told her it was a secret. August was absent the day after Halloween, and when he came back, I could tell something was up with him. He was acting so weird at lunch. He barely said a word and kept looking down at his food when I talked to him, like he wouldn't look me in the eye. Finally, I was like, Augie, is everything okay? Are you mad at me or something? No, he said. Sorry you weren't feeling well on Halloween. I kept looking for Boba Fett in the hallways. Yeah, I was sick. Did you have that stomach bug? Yeah, I guess. He opened a book and started to read, which was kind of rude. I'm so excited about the Egyptian Museum project, I said. Aren't you? He shook his head, his mouth full of food. I actually looked away because between the way he was chewing, which almost seemed like he was being gross on purpose, and the way his eyes were just kind of closed down, I was getting a really bad vibe from him. What project did you get? I asked. He shrugged, pulled out a little scrap of paper from his jeans pocket, and flicked it across the table to me. Everyone in the grade got assigned an Egyptian artifact to work on for Egyptian Museum Day, which was in December. The teachers wrote all the assignments down on tiny scraps of paper, which they put into a fishbowl, and then all us kids in the grade took turns picking the papers out of the fishbowl and assembling. So I unfolded Augie's little slip of paper. Oh, cool, I said,